You're listening to Bizarre Buffet, a podcast of all you can eat weird. I'm your host, Mark Torriello.
I'm Jen Wilson.
And I'm Mark Bluestein.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
When we first went in, one of the people said, "Who are you?" And Tex said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
Hi.
Hey, guys.
It's your favorite little snowballs.
Thank you for listening to Bizarre Buffet.
We're sitting here eating chocolate-covered snowballs.
Jen brought these
Cadbury.
with her. And at first, my brain went to Easter candy. But it's not. I don't know why. Don't ask
Well,
me.
no, it's literally like eating a Cadbury egg, but they're rounder than the egg shape when you get
Yes.
them at Easter, where a snowball is round, so it's more circular.
It's the same
I don't
thing. They just
understand
made
why.
it circular.
I know. But
And then it's like triangular shape for the Easter egg. So look, it's
circle for Christmas, triangle. Oh, pagans. Yeah.
Doing some pagan shit tonight.
Doing some hot girl pagan
Hot
shit.
girl pagan
Hot
shit.
girl pagan
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Pegging or
Pegging pagans. Love pegging pagans. That's such a great channel.
I'm pegging for... I'm begging for a
pagan.
That's what I tried to
Begging.
say.
You're
love
listening
it.
to You're Begging for a Pagan.
Yeah.
Starring Mark Torriello.
You're cruising for a bruising.
Yeah. Hot.
hot. Right, so we're horny to know what the question is tonight, Mark.
So, yeah. So Santa horny.
Santa horny. Horny
Yes,
claws.
and the print that I'm wearing, how would you guys describe it on my shirt?
Okay, so
Sorry.
it's
Japanese.
yes, it's black. And then there's like it looks like water painting. And there's mountains. And then there's like, is that a dove or a white bird?
And there's flowers.
That's flying in front of it. And then there's some green
Yeah.
and flowers. That's green as well.
Yeah.
It makes me
Yeah.
want to like visit Japan.
Well, guys,
Are you taking us to
I'm
Japan?
taking us to Japan right now.
Oh, yeah. A Japan trip. International.
Yeah.
I made it happen. We're going to Japan, guys.
Oh my god, we're gonna do hot girl shit.
Hot girl
shit.
in Japan. Sure.
Yes.
Peace sign.
That being said, when you guys think about Tokyo, Japan, what's something that comes to mind?
So many things.
I think of what is that cartoon? The Ghibli?
Jigglypuff?
No.
Ghibli Puff.
It's like
Pokemon.
it's like anime.
Okay.
They did My Neighbor Totoro. They did Ponyo.
I don't know
Are these
what
ringing a bell?
I think
this
you're more
means.
cultured than us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they're like these really cute little like anime like cartoon movies.
Okay.
Kiki's Flying Delivery Service or something like that.
Yeah, I'm still drawing a blank here,
Wow.
but
I think of that and I think of Pokemon and
Yeah.
sushi.
Yeah, well, true. One of the things that comes to mind for me also sushi. Love it, absolutely.
sushi.
Yeah.
And like, there's-
Jerry and I have sushi at least once a week.
why not? It's delicious.
It is. And it's so quick and easy.
Yeah, absolutely, quick and easy, like Mark.
Like me.
Yeah. But also one of my other favorite Japanese things. All those bands are just very, very like nice looking.
I do. I love
colorful.
the style. Like that whole, I don't know, isn't it called, there's a certain name for that style
Yeah.
in Japan.
They have a look.
that like, there's a, I don't know, but it's really cool.
I mean, Harajuku? It's really cool. I think for me, when I think of Tokyo, Japan, I think of like a sensory overload.
Oh, I can imagine. It's probably like
Slot machines.
Las Vegas on speed.
Yeah, and steroids.
I've also been told that like Tokyo is like a really friendly city.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Not like I haven't been there, but I've heard.
I've been told, like, I know someone who went on a school trip, their luggage got lost, and some guy turned it into the police.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. I thought you were gonna be like, everyone like gave a piece of their own stuff to rebuild this wardrobe.
No.
They're very friendly apparently in Tokyo, but also for me, like aside from like the crazy fashion and the sensory overload and really like weird horror movies,
Yeah.
I think of vending machines.
Yes.
Yes.
Very true.
When it comes down to vending machines, I want you guys to guess how many vending machines do you think exist in Japan alone?
I would say probably like 1 billion.
1 billion.
Was I right?
No, is that
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
I thought
I'm saying
one-
like 1 billion.
Yeah,
What about you, Mark? How many vending machines do you think exist in Japan?
500 million.
Okay. Well, I hate to break it to you both. You're both very, very overdramatic.
Oh.
As if we didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
We are, but like,
The accurate answer is 2.28 million.
so fucking
That's a lot.
lot.
Still
Yeah.
a lot.
That's a shit
I was
ton of
gonna
vending
say
machines.
it was going to probably match like the ratio
Of
of like
people?
yeah, because
Yeah.
Amsterdam is like that with bikes. Oh, the people
I
to
could
bike
see.
ratio is pretty much the same.
Oh, that's probably why
See?
it's like clean.
Exactly.
So I that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was trying to like put together like the population.
Yeah, I had the same thought.
Well, there is a ratio. It's actually one vending machine for every 22 people. But also think of like how populated some parts of Japan are too.
They are.
Like
Yeah,
especially
like
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
These vending machines in Japan are a big deal. They offer a very large variety of products that American vending machines really don't offer.
Yeah, you're lucky
Like
if a
sushi.
Like sushi.
you're lucky if a fucking Diet Coke machine.
Well, I
works.
see sometimes, I feel like you'll see like those luxurious over the top vending machines at an airport
Yeah.
or a luxury mall.
Yeah.
And they have like designer brands in them.
Yeah.
But normally it's peanut M&Ms,
Yeah.
a bottle of water,
Yeah, you're lucky if you can get that bottle of
those
water out of
cheese
it.
25.
crackers with the peanut butter in the middle,
Oh, the weird
Those are good.
orange ones.
and those like really stale Keebler Elf
Oh god.
chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my god. This fucking Keebler.
You bite into it and it's like a million crumbs.
Yeah.
Or
it
sometimes
falls
you
apart.
bite, or sometimes you bite into them and they're so fucking stale. It's like biting into a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Like that.
Yeah.
In Japan or in Tokyo, you can get things from hot and cold beverages, obviously candy, but then you can also get furry cat coin purses, fresh bananas, panties,
I love that.
Yes.
canned bread.
Pennies.
You
Canned
can get
bread.
you can get edible hornet larvae.
Oh, ew.
Gross.
And you can also get something called mystery boxes where you don't know what's in the box and
Until you-
you open it.
Wow. I want to move to Japan
But
just for
how
the
much,
machines.
my question is, and I'm sure you're going to get to it, if you do the conversion money wise, how much are you paying to like,
Mystery
utilize
box.
one of these bizarre vending machines?
It,
Put
it,
in.
it varies.
Yeah.
I mean,
depending on like what item.
yeah, I think a cat coin purse was like the equivalent of like $10.
Okay.
Worth it.
Yeah. Cute.
Cute.
That's
Very
really-
cute.
that's-
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
As
I
they
love
say.
it.
Super kawaii, as Gwen Stefani said in a song.
Yeah. In comparison to the vending machines in the USA, I mean, we're quite boring.
We are. But I'm
No
wondering
pansies.
if.
Communion crackers.
But I'm wondering if we're slowly starting to like follow in Japan's suit, since like I'm seeing those types of vending machines in places like
Mark has a Japanese inspired shirt on, so maybe.
Yeah.
yeah.
I did this intentional for today's episode.
Well, I know the starter conversation was, well, what do you think about my shirt?
What do you think?
What do you think about?
I want attention.
Yes.
That being said, these colorfully lit machines are sparkled all over the streets of Tokyo, bringing around $60 billion of revenue a year. So that aspect of the industry is like the moneymaker.
Well, also like I know arcades are a huge thing over there as well,
Oh, yeah.
like big time.
Now in Japan, since these machines and arcades are very popular, it only makes sense that it would somehow inspire someone to do something a little unusual.
Yeah.
So as you know, vending machines, arcades, they are like a big part of this Japanese culture or pop culture. That being said, how does this evolve into like the bizarre buffet universe? That evolution came from a woman named Aya Tsukioka. And I hope I didn't fuck up her name.
I think it sounds good.
I think I did good.
I think you did pretty
I
good.
think you did very good.
Yeah.
She came up with this idea of creating a experimental fashion piece that was a dress that can transform itself into a vending machine.
It's like the transformer of fashion.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Vile.
Aside from this one design, it also sheds light on this subculture that a lot of people don't know about, and it's called Chindogu.
Chindogu.
So let's talk about this designer of the vending machine dress.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Basically, in 2007, 29-year-old experimental designer Aya Tsukioka created this small capsule of a fashion collection. It was just a few pieces that were a response to the public's general fear of street crime.
General fear of street crime.
Yeah.
So I just need a quick breakdown of that.
Yeah.
So general as in like there's a lot of crime.
No, there's really not a lot of crime.
There's really no crime in
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Wow.
The fact that like one person returned a bunch of suitcases to the police station goes to show you.
Yeah, that's oh my god, true.
Like, if a squirrel took something out of like a public trash can, they would probably like put it in the newspaper because that's how much.
Wow.
Yeah.
So general fear of crime just meaning like, oh,
Like,
as
I'm afraid of crime. Like, I'm afraid something could happen, but nothing's really happened. You know,
And
something
nothing
like
bothers
that.
me because I don't feel like I ever have to worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Even though street crime in Tokyo is very low and not really a threat, but due to how safe it is, the slightest thing will be sensationalized.
Okay.
Like a squirrel taking trash out of a garbage.
Yeah. Thief.
When these things happen, it kind of creates like a frenzy among the citizens because they're probably not used to experiencing those things, and then the news will magnify it and they're like, whoa,
course.
what the hell? Like, I'm scared.
You don't hear about like anything like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I think one of the biggest differences too between like us in America and Japan is that in America, if someone is attacked by someone, I think in America they're more inclined to fight back against the attacker or be more inclined to want to protect themselves. Where in Japan, they say that it's almost better to just run and hide.
Okay.
America, like, you just want to, like, you know, fight back. They're
Fuck that. I'm running.
I'm running and hiding.
I'm punching and yelling and screaming and crying. They believe it's just easier to run and hide and try to camouflage yourself so nothing happens. They also think that in their culture, self-assertion and self-defense is kind of embarrassing.
Okay.
Now, I'm not speaking on behalf. I'm just saying this is what I'm reading
The
online.
general.
Yeah.
The general consensus.
The general consensus is that, you know, it's better to just hide and not have anything happen than like make a scene or a public spectacle.
Yeah.
No, I think it's okay to make a public spectacle.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it all the time.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody listening.
Hey.
I think we're also more inclined to fight back because the crime rate here is 7 times higher
Well,
course
there you
it
go.
is.
than Japan.
Absolutely.
As we mentioned earlier with fashion, and I promise this is all going to tie in soon, Japan is also very fashion conscious.
Yeah.
Like, they get
are.
it. Dressing differently could potentially save you. They say if you dress like a ninja, people will probably assume that you're a ninja and
Cool.
not want to start with you.
That's
if you
awesome.
dress like a gangster, they will also not mess with you because they think you're a gangster. They kind of take your visual representation almost to a literal level.
I kind of love that.
Yeah. Keeping all of this in mind, thinking about how Japan has all of these vending machines and there's like a fear of street crime, Aya Tsukioka created her own solution to all of this, which is her design of the vending machine dress.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's really cool.
So to describe like the dress, it's a very conceptual design that doubles as a dress and a vending machine disguise.
That's
So
awesome.
it's not like it turns into like a hard ass vending machine, like
Yeah.
it's still fabric.
Yeah.
But from the outside, it appears to be this, you know, ordinary tube style dress that's long and gray. And there's 2 slits on the side seams of the skirt to enable movement since it's ankle length.
Okay.
On the inside of the dress, there's a panel flap that has a life-size photographic print of a vending machine. So you would simply pull the underside of the garment out from under the skirt and then hold it up in front of you, making it look like you are a vending machine. Imagine like you're in downtown Tokyo one night and you're a female and you're doing hot girl shit
in Japan.
And you're walking by yourself and you think a man is going to attack you, or a woman, or a bird.
Or an angry squirrel.
You just run away with your vending machine dress. Hopefully you're wearing your vending machine dress.
Yeah.
And then you hide and you lift up the flap and you're behind a vending machine.
Hi.
I love it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What an
Instead of
neat
asking
event.
for help, you hide as a vending machine.
You help yourself into a vending machine.
She ultimately chooses a vending machine because of how common they are in Tokyo. People kind of like, they're so used to seeing them, they don't see them anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like they're taken for granted with like how many vending machines there are.
Yeah.
She also says a vending machine is actually perfect because it provides just enough space for one person to hide. So there is another dress too that she did, another version of the vending machine dress, where instead of it being a one-dimensional flap, it converts almost into this like 3D tent.
That's really cool.
Like, and you're inside hiding in the vending machine.
That's awesome.
So it's like you run around the corner, someone's chasing you, and just
Put yourself next to the panty machine.
And
Exactly.
there's video of it. If you go onto YouTube and look it up, you can see it's in Japanese, but they have like the subtitles underneath, and it's her wearing the dress and acting like she's being chased.
But
and
here's my question.
silly.
Theoretical situation. You're being chased, so you turn into the vending machine. The guy or woman or person, they're like, oh, I can't find them anymore. And then they turn and they're like, you know what? Let me buy those used panties. And then they go and they tap it and it's you. And then the chase ensues.
Okay. I mean,
It could happen.
It could happen.
could.
Right?
It could.
He's just like, oh, damn, lost her. You know, I'd imagine like a high speed chase.
It's just, I feel like it's something you see out of a movie.
Yeah.
When she created this idea, she was kind of going back to an ancient technique that ninjas would use at night to not be seen. So they would just like cloak themselves in black blankets so they would blend in with the night sky.
Cool.
So that was also like part of her inspiration.
Yeah.
So though like a design like this might be taken as a joke, and it is funny. It has like a lighthearted element to it, and it's
It's a little whimsical.
it's whimsical,
Quirky.
it's playful,
Fun.
Work.
it's thought provoking. But this dress has also been called the anti-rape dress.
Oh.
Okay.
There's also this whole movement out there in creating anti-rape clothing to protect women from assailants. So it'll be like non-rip panties that, only you can remove, or there's like, vaginal inserts that you put in there and it like attacks your assailants
Oh, cool.
for going.
That's fucking badass.
It's fucked up that things like this have to be made.
Yes, it is.
It's really terrible. The vending machine dress was also tested on the streets of Tokyo in daylight, where she proved that she could camouflage herself with the cityscape without being undetected. Fun little note, she has sold 20 of these dresses.
Wow.
So 20 people in the world own this vending machine dress.
They're probably keeping it as art.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I feel like that's something you would see like in a museum. Like
Yeah.
you go
Yeah.
and there's like a special exhibit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like an
Well,
exhibition on vending machine
a
dresses.
million %. Or like a women's, like,
Yeah.
historical or,
She sold 20 of these for $800 each. So she made $16,000 off that. That's awesome.
That's really
ahead,
cool.
girl.
That's impressive.
You
that
do
is
you.
Very impressive.
Keep making those vending
Yeah.
machine dresses.
Yeah.
You want one.
So aside from the vending machine dress, she also created a fire hydrant backpack for children. The backpack literally converts into a fire hydrant to which the child is small enough to hide inside.
Whoa.
Wow.
Pretty groovy.
That's fucking cool.
I know.
So how does that work? How does that function?
I don't know like the logistics. I think there's like a lot of like these inner hinges and it kind of like origamis itself.
Okay.
Or, you know what I mean? Something like
That's
that.
perfect for Japan.
Yeah. So she also created this thing called the manhole purse, which
Hot.
is, I know.
Horny.
Manhole. Horny for the
Manhole.
manhole.
Yeah, subscribe.
So it's literally a handbag that's designed to look like a manhole. Concept behind it.
Oh, a manhole in the street.
Yeah.
Like the sewer
Yes.
door.
Not a
Yes, it took me a
manhole.
minute. It took me a minute.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You got there.
That's okay. Like a manhole on the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea behind it is that, oh, that's your purse. If you think someone's trying to rob your purse, just run away and throw your manhole handbag on the sidewalk and it'll blend in.
What a bunch of brilliant people.
I love it.
I love that so
And,
much.
and it's like the size of one. So that's, a little bit about those manhole bags.
That's really cool.
That is.
I want one.
I know.
So-
love a manhole bag.
Well, maybe you can get one if you go on like Etsy or something.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
I'm looking it
I'm
up
like,
right
if
now.
you go on Etsy.
I'm going
Etsy would have a manhole
continue, and I will
Right.
I will update you all on the manhole bag.
Right. Regardless of how unusual or impractical her ideas are, it's ideas like this which gives Japanese culture its like, progressive strength.
bag. Yeah.
It's in the idea that they really indulge in forward thinking and don't put it down. From this approach, it's really opened up the floodgates for a lot of inventions and inventors
Wow.
since they have such like forward thinking
Yeah.
ideas.
It's very cool the way they put their thoughts into like an
Yeah.
art form. Or,
What I'm finding is more T-shirts than bags.
oh, we're gonna have to find her site. Maybe we can buy one through her.
Yeah.
So her designs fall into this category called chindogu. Chindogu literally just translates to unusual tool or queer tools.
Oh,
But
Queer?
they don't mean queer like hey.
Strange. Yeah.
And
bizarre tools.
bizarre.
tools.
This term was coined by Kenji Kawakami, and he was a former editor and contributor to this at-home Japanese shopping magazine called Mail Order Life from the
Cool.
1980s. It was cool because they needed to fill space at the end of the magazine, so they needed to like figure out like, well, what are we going to put in here? So he put out these unusual inventions, like advertisements for real inventions that were really weird.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it kind of became popular. It sparked this whole subculture of like people that found it comical, people that didn't know if it was actually like a real product.
Yeah.
It kind of falls into that bathe in my milk.
Yeah.
I wanted to share some of these weird inventions that are part of this whole subculture called chindogu.
Okay.
There is literally a baby outfit, like a onesie, that doubles as a mop. So to describe it, the onesie has these like soft mop-like bristles
Oh my god.
that you would kind of see like on a duster.
Fuck the manhole bag. This is what I need.
Yeah.
And it's like all down the front. So when your little demon baby is crawling on the floor, it's actually sweeping the floor.
What a
Like another really weird chindogu invention is a chopstick fan, which is a small little fan that attaches to your chopstick to cool off the hot noodle so you don't burn your little mouth.
Yes.
It's really cool. Mark had this video on. I didn't realize what he
Yeah.
was looking at. I was like,
Yes.
oh, it's kinda, very smart.
We need that for like our forks and knives and spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
one
like
for each.
your soup.
Yes, for soup spoons or forks.
Yeah. There's also mini umbrellas that attach to your shoes so your shoes don't get wet in the rain.
How
Oh,
precious.
I was thinking more like blocking the sun from like getting like the sandal tan lines.
Well,
Yeah.
that too.
Oh,
You could use that for
even
that.
better.
You just
Right?
add it to the chindogu world.
Wow.
And then there's
I'm
also
sure there's something like that out there.
Yeah.
there's also, pillows designed to look like a man's torso, and it's equipped with a standard, button-down shirt, like a blue or white one that you would wear to like a job.
So if you want to snuggle and you're alone
Yeah.
at night,
And it comes with an arm too that wraps around you.
Oh, how cute.
Ultimately, this is the practice of invention of ingenious everyday gadgets that seem to be ideal solutions for specific problems.
I love it.
These silly inventions also kind of cause more problems than they solve, because it's like, oh, well, you would have umbrellas on your shoes all day. Or, you know, like the chopstick fan, like that's to deal with one specific problem, which is hot noodles where you could just blow on it.
But why waste those mouth muscles doing that?
Exactly.
You know, it seems kind of silly when you could have a fan.
I know.
And, you know,
And can prevent some like wrinkle lines happening.
I thought that too.
yeah, that I'm more concerned with wrinkles, with blowing the.
Yeah.
With Chindogu, they have like rules that exist that qualify something for Chindogu, because you could be like, oh, is a Snuggie, would that be considered Chindogu because it's a blanket with sleeves? But like Snuggies have a lot of purposes, and they're financially successful.
Yeah, you could put a Snuggie over you like a blanket. You don't have to put your arms through the holes.
If you don't want to.
If you don't want to.
So here's the rules that exist in Chindogu. Number one, it can't actually be for real use.
Okay, so it has to be like a gag gift.
Yes, it has to kind of be a gag. Number two, it must actually exist. So you need to have something that is like a tangible object.
Like a prototype.
A
So
prototype.
like for example, the chopsticks would be the tangible, like actual thing.
Yeah.
The chopsticks with the fan.
The fan.
So the way it looked like the fan, like it slid onto the chopstick, and it looked like a little old-fashioned like floor fan.
Okay, so it's something you kind of like add on to something that
Yeah.
already exists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, it must have the spirit of anarchy. 4 is a tool for everyday life. Another important one is that it's not supposed to be a tradable commodity. And it must have resulted only from an exercise of humor.
I love it.
Yeah. Also, another
That's kind
rule.
of beautiful.
Another rule is that it can't be patented. So you can't patent your umbrella shoes if you are going to categorize it for Chindogu. And it's also without prejudice. Isn't that nice?
I love it.
And, you know, so that's like the fun of this, is that there's this whole world of Chindogu. I think we've all probably seen these silly inventions on like the internet as like a meme or like a Facebook article.
Yeah.
What I thought was really cool is with the designer that did that dress, I think she's very bizarre for doing that. Or it's a, you know, it's a bizarre thing to make.
Yeah.
Definitely fits in with the Bizarre Buffet universe. When I discovered this designer that did this vending machine dress, it took me into this whole world of Chindogu, because I was like, well, what the hell is that? And it was all of these unusual, silly inventions.
Yeah.
And it's like a thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. And I never heard of this until...
See, we don't have anything
year.
cool and fun like that here in
No, we
America.
don't. And,
Everything is patented.
And I'm
Nothing's
like-
fun or whimsical.
And I love like giving good gag gifts. And it's like
Yeah.
it's so hard to find that shit a days.
Can't even find a goddamn whoopee cushion. The old-fashioned, stupid American stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want something like stupid, like if I go into a store and I see something, I'm like, I cannot get this anywhere else. Like I'm picking it up and taking it.
Chopstick fan.
Yeah, I would absolutely get the chopstick fan if like it was in a store.
Yeah, totally. I think it's honestly, listen, soup is a bit of a project for me.
It can be depending on the person, and chopsticks is also a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta like multitask.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is. Like,
Yeah, especially like when you get into soups like ramen. It's like
texture, weight,
yeah,
noodle.
like the noodle to broth ratio.
Yeah, hanging.
You would be really good at like creating something for Shindogu.
I think so.
I
Let us
think
know
we
if you want to see us try
Yeah,
a
we should
Shindogu
make
challenge.
a Shindogu.
I think we should.
Yeah.
I think we
Shindogu.
should do it.
Hot Patreon content, maybe.
Yeah.
So hot.
So like
Hot
this,
soup.
so this whole like vending machine dress has been like a newfound like fascination of mine, and like I said, it took me down this like Chindogu rabbit hole. And you know, for me, like when I was a lot younger and in college, I was obsessed with Tokyo, Japan, and I always wanted to go, and I never like got that chance to. So with doing all this research, I was like, oh my God, I used to, like Battle Royale and the Tomy horror movies.
Well,
and
you took us to Tokyo, Japan tonight.
yeah, we went to Tokyo tonight on a Bizarre Buffet budget.
Yeah.
And
maybe
That's
we'll
how
all
we-
go if our Patreon
That's how we
gets
do
up.
it. Yeah.
But I think that city would be like the flagship of Bizarre, and you could probably literally find like a Bizarre buffet in Tokyo.
Oh, I hope so.
And I mean, like, just for me, like I said, this is something I always really appreciated. And, I always like the designers that came from Japan. You have Izzy Miyake and Yoji Yamamoto, and they make a lot of these like obscure horror movies called like Hausu.
With the cat.
With the cat playing
That's
the
it.
piano.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I just can't help but to have a special place in my heart for Japan.
Yeah.
I
And
think
they're
that you
really
should
forward thinking.
I think you should incorporate that into your next design.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ooh, you should.
I'll make a
Transform it.
Chidogu fashion piece. So that's everything. That's
so horny. I love
that's
it.
the vending
That was
machine dress
so
story.
good.
Yeah, I love it. I think it was heartwarming as usual.
As
I think-
usual from you.
I know. He's very wholesome. And I think it's a brilliant place. I think a lot of very clever people. I wish we had more entertaining things like that here.
I feel like they kind of like the Americans will dumb it down, but they definitely get some influence from Japan.
Yeah. Every so often. You can buy Proactive from a vending machine in Atlantic City.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And you can go to the mall and buy any Apple products from a vending machine.
There you go. Yeah. So,
We're getting there.
yeah.
I
we're
can't
getting
wait
there.
for the used panties, but I hope it's like used jock straps.
Oh, better be. Ooh, all right. Well, if you want to buy our used vending machine, yeah, you thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? You should probably go on patreon.com/bizarre buffet and consider donating $3 a month to help us in our Japanese adventures.
If you can't
Yeah,
and you
it's
still
okay.
want to support our Japanese adventures,
Yeah.
you can go on Instagram or Facebook, like us, follow us at
Please.
Bizarre Buffet.
Yes, and if you're listening to this episode, whether you're on Spotify or iTunes, wherever you are, aside from subscribing there, you can watch us on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're
You can
waving
watch
at you
us.
right now.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. We're waving in ear tone and video tone.
We are. We
That's science.
cover all platforms.
We do. We're on all the planes.
Yes.
Yeah. And with that being said, I'm an angry squirrel from Japan.
And I'm Manhole Bag.
And I'm Godzilla.
Oh.
That's so cute. We love you, Japan.
We love you.
Bonjour. Au revoir.